Koubek, and here is my presentation on the history of early animation. For this presentation, I will cover a brief overview on the early animation such as earliest capture of motion and optical illusion. This will cover the period up until 1888 when celluloid film was developed, which would be the foundation for over a century of film. Most of the early approaches in moving pictures have an extremely low frame rate. However, it's important to note that these images were probably not intended to be viewed as animation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the captivating world of early attempts to capture the essence of motion within the confines of still drawing. Our journey takes us back to the Paleolithic era, where expressions of movement were first witnessed in the form of cave paintings. Consider the renowned cave of Altamira, where animals come to life with dynamic portrayals featuring multiple legs in superimposed positions. Picture this: flickering flames of fire or the passing glow of a torch illuminating the cave wall, revealing different parts of motions as if creatures were animated by the very play of light. Scholars propose that these superimposed figures were crafted with the intention of being brought to life through the dance of light. Consider the magic that occurs when one changes their viewing of the position. An animated spectacle unfolds before our eyes as the legs, neck, and head of these ancient depictions come to life. Specific anamorphic distortions akin to the principles of squash and stretch observed in the real moving animals add a layer of realism to these primitive masterpieces. The interplay of light, in essence, captured the very spirit of motion. Let's explore a time between 2500 and 2000 BCE, where echoes of creativity resonate in pottery bowl discovered at the archaeological site in Iran. This site, intricately linked with the Himalayan culture, unveils a remarkable artifact, a vessel that transcends its utilitarian purpose. As we gaze upon this ancient bowl, we are transported to a world where art and daily life intertwine. 5 carefully painted images adorn the surface, capturing a sequence. Scholars and archaeologists have deciphered these images as the constructive phases of a goat leaping energetically to nip at a tree. In the ancient sands of Egypt, the murals in the tombs reveal a fascinating glimpse into the past. Dated approximately 4,000 years ago, this mural stands as a testament to the enduring human fascination with storytelling through art. Captures a very large sequence of images distinguishing a sequence of a wrestling match, showing the viewers the intensity, skill, and drama of this ancient sport. In the golden age of classical Greece, the Parthenon, a testament to the grandeur of Athens, houses a frieze that transcends the boundaries of time and space. Dating back to approximately 400 BCE, the piece is not merely a static tableau, but a dynamic symphony of motion. The figures, meticulously carved into the marble canvas, dance in structured rhythms and melodies, creating counterpoints that resonate like the harmonies of a symphony. Intriguingly, it has been suggested that this frieze, when observed frame by frame, reveals a coherent animation. Within the pages of a medieval codex Siginote, dated approximately 1470, it houses sequential images that grace the parchment, capturing different phases of action with relatively short intervals. Each page presents a picture framed above text, demonstrating great consistency in size and position throughout the book. Venturing further, we encounter the genius of Leonardo da Vinci. A page of drawings, Da Vinci unveils the anatomical studies featuring 4 different angles of the muscles of the shoulder, arm, neck, and man. These drawings, akin to rotating movement, showcase Da Vinci's mastery of capturing this rotating movement. Since before the turn of the first millennium, the Chinese delighted in the marvel known as the trotting horse lamp. This ingenious lantern featured silhouettes projected on thin paper slices, creating an illusion of changing figures, often depicting horses and horse riders. The cutout silhouettes, attached inside the lantern to a rotating shaft, danced to the rhythm of the heated air rising from the lamp. Some versions even added extra motion, with jointed head, feet, hands, or figures triggered by transversely connected iron wire. The enchanting world of shadow play is a captivating pursuer of animation. Imagine figures, intricately detailed and articulated, come to life, a popular form of entertainment echoing through the ages. This artistry features flat-jointed or cut-out figures held between a source of light and a translucent screen. The history of shadow puppetry is of uncertainty, possibly originating in Asia around the first millennium. Clearer records emerge around 9000 CE, with the practice spreading to the Ottoman Empire and captivating Europe in the 17th century. The art of shadow puppetry has evolved differently in each culture, incorporating local stories, traditions, and artistic styles. It remains a fascinating and culturally rich form of storytelling and entertainment. The magical lantern was invented by Christian Hughes in 1659. Hughes' sketches of that year stands as the oldest known documents offering glimpses into the magical lantern's early days. These sketches, Death himself come to life, raising his arms, moving his limbs, and orchestrating his own skeletal dance. The magic lantern's enchantment expanded with techniques to infuse motion into painted glass slides. In the diverse expressions of motion art, we witness the timeless pursuit of capturing the essence of movement across cultures and centuries. 19th century devices. Stepping forward to the 19th century, the following inventions were hailed as nothing less than optical toys, shaping the foundation of animation principles. Today, film students eager to grasp the basics of animation still explore and recreate these timeless devices. The legacy of these 19th century wonders continues to illuminate the path that led to the birth of cinematic storytelling. Persistence of vision. In 1821, an article in the Quarterly Journal of Science, Literature, and the Arts kindled curiosity about the mesmerizing effects of curved spokes in rotating wheels observed through vertical apertures. The mathematical intricacies of these curvatures were expounded by Peter Mark Roget in 1824, who noted that the spokes seemed motionless. Roget proposed that the illusion stemmed from the lingering impression on the retina after the visual stimulus has ceased, an idea later linked to the theory of persistence of vision.
There's definitely a red, blue, and green light in there.
All right, well, how are we going to settle this debate?
I can show you that it is red, blue, and green.
How are you going to do that?
By twirling it in a circle. Simple.
You're going to twirl that in a circle, and all of a sudden I'm going to see that it's red, blue, and green.
I promise you nothing less.
Okay, that's a pretty good promise. Let's see it.
All right.
Wow. Okay, so I'm not too big of a person to admit when I'm wrong, and I see a red, green, and blue balls around the outside of the circle. But when you slow it down, it goes back to being purple.
Yeah, it's actually, everyone will see it being purple because the red, blue, and green lights are turning on and off so quickly after each other that your brain actually merges it into one color when the ball is in one place.
Although the persistence of vision theory as a sole principle of perceiving motion in film was discarded in 1912 because scientific understanding involved, revealing that the eye and brain don't retain images for as long as previously thought. As research advanced, it became clear that persistence of vision alone couldn't account for the perception of motion in films. Roget's experiments, however, became a catalyst for further exploration by luminaries such as Michael Faraday and Joseph Plateau, ultimately paving the way for the birth of animation. The thaumatrope, a groundbreaking creation that marked a significant milestone in animation history. In April 1825, the integral thaumatrope was introduced to the world by W. Phillips, possibly in collaboration with John Paris, though anonymously. This contraption swiftly became a popular toy, captivating the imaginations of enthusiasts. The thaumatrope featured a small cardboard disc adorned with pictures on either side. When twirled rapidly by the strings attached, the images seemingly merged into a harmonious blend, creating a visual illusion. The phenomenon has often been associated with the concept of persistence of vision. While the thaumatrope was capable of two-phase animation, it is noteworthy to note that examples of such animations are known to have been produced until long after the phenakistoscope had already been established. The phenakistoscope, an animation device that heralded the era of rapid, successive submission of sequential pictures. The creation marked a transformative moment in animation history. Invented in either November or December 1832, the phenakistoscope emerged simultaneously in the creative minds of two visionaries, the Belgian Joseph Plateau and the Austrian Simon von Stramfer. Plateau, in particular, unveiled his invention to the world in January 1833. The operational principle of the phenakistoscope involved evenly spaced pictures arranged radially around a disc, featuring small rectangular apertures at the rim. To witness the animation, one needed only to peer through the slits of the spinning disc strategically positioned in front of a mirror. This groundbreaking device swiftly gained popularity as a novelty toy. During the evolution of animation devices, the stroboscope principle took on new dimensions and formats. The stroboscope principle involves the use of rapid periodic flashes of light to create the illusion of motion or freeze the motion of an object. The principle takes advantage of the persistence of vision, where the retina remains at an image for a short period of time after the stimulus is removed. In the context of animation, a series of still images or objects are presented in a quick succession, with each image illuminated by a brief flash of light. These rapid flashes create the phenomenon of continuous motion when, in reality, the individual pages are seen in quick succession. This led to the invention of the zoetrope by William Lincoln in 1865. Lincoln's zoetrope featured easily retractable strips of images that included an illustration paper disc on the base. In 1887, Inte Jules Marais contributed to the zoetrope's legacy by creating a large version adorned with series of plaster molds based on his chronophotographs of birds in flight. John Barnes Linnet made a significant contribution to animation with patenting of the first flipbook in 1868, known as the kineograph. The flipbook is a small volume of flexible pages, each featuring one image from a series of animations positioned near an unbound edge. Users can bend all the pages back, typically using their thumbs, and through a gradual hand motion, allow the pages to spring free one at a time. Unlike devices such as the phenakistoscope, zoetrope, and praxioscope, the flipbook doesn't require a view-interrupting shutter or assembly of mirrors. No viewing device other than the user's hands is necessary. Early film animators often cited flipbooks as their inspiration, while older devices had limitations on the number of images in a sequence without enlarging the device or making the images impractical. The book format imposed a physical limit that could still accommodate many dozens of images of ample size. Inventors pushed the limit with the mutoscope, patented in 1894. The mutoscope features a large cylindrically bound flipbook housed with a viewing lens and a crank handle, rotating the image assembly past a catch to match the running time of the entire film reel. In 1876, French inventor Charles-Émile Renard introduced the praxinoscope. Similar to the zoetrope, the praxinoscope features 12 rectangular mirrors evenly placed around the center of the cylinder, replacing the slits found on the zoetrope. Each mirror reflects an image from the picture strip, positioned opposite on the inner wall of the cylinder. As the praxinoscope rotates, it displays sequential images one by one, creating fluid animation. Compared to the zoetrope, the praxinoscope offers a clearer view of the moving image because the zoetrope's images were often obscured by the spaces between its slits. In 1879, Renard modified the praxinoscope patent to include the praxinoscope theater, incorporating the Pepper's Ghost effect to present animated figures against an interchangeable background. Further enhancements included a praxinoscope projection, which utilized the double magic lantern to project animated figures over a still projection of a background. The development of flexible, wax-based celluloid photographic film around proved a crucial medium for early experimenters aimed to create motion pictures. Louis Duprince, believed to be one of the first individuals to record motion on such rolls of film around 1888. Initially, The primary appeal of motion pictures lay in photographic details and realism of images. Animation did not immediately find its place on the silver screen. However, once it did, it achieved enormous success and became a permanent fixture in the world of cinema. In conclusion, the history of animation is a fascinating journey marked by ingenious inventions and creative inventors. From ancient attempts to capture motion in cave paintings to the development of sophisticated animation devices in the 19th century, humans have always been captivated by the idea of bringing images to life. The persistence of vision and the concept explored by early scientists like Peter Mark Roget laid the groundwork for understanding how our eyes perceive motion. This principle became pivotal in the invention of animation devices such as the thumboscope, phenakistoscope, zoetrope, and praxinoscope. Each of these devices contributed to the evolution of animation, providing entertainment and inspiring further inventions. The transition of flexible photographic film in the late 19th century marked a significant turning point, enabling the integration of animation into motion pictures. Pioneers like Louis Le Prince, William K. L. Dickinson, and the Lumiere brothers played key roles in the transition, paving the way for the fusion of animation and cinema. Today, animation has become a diverse and integral part of the entertainment industry, with techniques ranging from traditional hand-drawn animation to computer-generated imagery. The journey from early optical toys to the sophisticated animation technologies of the present reflects humanity's enduring fascination with bringing imagination to life on the screen.